Hi, this is Frank Walker of Frank Walker Law. I want to talk to you briefly about domestic disputes in Allegheny County, Pennsylvania. Domestic disputes and PFAs, they are not like any other county in the Commonwealth where you have to go through a process. And that process can be confusing at times. So let me walk through some of the basics of a domestic dispute first, and then we'll talk about PFAs later. Domestic dispute. Let's say you and your spouse, whether it's a wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, it doesn't matter. If you and your spouse get into an argument and the police are called, the police are going to talk to both parties, and odds are they're going to make an arrest. If an arrest is made, whoever gets arrested and they go down and get processed at the Allegheny County Jail, the person will appear before a judge where an arraignment takes place. An arraignment is just the reading of the charges and entering a plea of not guilty. After that, the judge will set bond. Bond is premised on two things. One, are you a flight risk? Two, are you a danger to society? Now, in some of these instances, it may not be a first offense. It may be a second or subsequent offense. That will go into the judge's consideration as to what bond will be set and if bond will be set at all. Sometimes bond is set, but there are some conditions. And typically in every domestic case, there is a condition that you stay away from the other person who is your partner, your spouse, your husband, your wife, whomever is the alleged victim in that case. Now, you are entitled to the presumption of innocence. However, during this time period before you go to court and all that evidence is brought to court, however, during this time period before you appear in court, there may be a condition of your bond that you don't have any contact with the other person. That means you can't go back to the same house. That means you can't go back to the same apartment. You can't go back to the same living condition. If that is your house, if that is your apartment, if that is your place of abode, then you may have to find another place to stay until this case is resolved. Now, no contact means no contact. It doesn't mean no face-to-face contact or you can't call them on the phone. It means no contact, period. That means you can't have third-party contact. You can't have your sister, cousin, fraternity brother, or sorority sister reach out to them and say, hey, you mind if they talk a little bit? You can't talk in private. You can't talk in text and then erase it. You can't talk on any other platform or social media app that may disguise or not disguise, that may erase your messages. You can't talk or communicate at all. If you see that person, it is in your best interest to go and run, not walk, run in the opposite direction, because you don't want to be arrested for a violation of those bond conditions. Because if you're arrested for violating those conditions, meaning you had contact with this person, guess what's going to happen? They're going to revoke your bond. Your bond will be revoked, and now you're sitting in the Allegheny County Jail awaiting your hearing simply because you couldn't follow those instructions. If you have instructions where you are to stay away from that person or have no contact, please abide by those conditions, because if you don't, your bond could be modified in a way that you find yourself in Allegheny County Jail awaiting your preliminary hearing. So to recap, if you're arrested for that offense, you have to appear before a judge. They will have the arraignment where you are to plead not guilty. After that, they will set the bond. The bond will be conditioned on two things. One, are you a flight risk? Two, are you a danger to society? If there is condition of bond where you stay away from that alleged person, alleged victim, prior to your hearing, you must abide by those conditions. Feel free to reach out to me via the information below. And as always, I hope you have a great day. Take care.